Today I'm going to be making chicken spaghetti in the Instant Pot. Hi, I'm Karen Peterson and I own the blog 365daysofcrockpot.com. I post Instant Pot and slow cooker recipes pretty much every single day of the year. I love making this Instant Pot creamy chicken spaghetti. The reason, it's creamy, it's blasted with flavors, and it's so easy. My whole family loves this one. I make it probably once a month or more. If you love Instant Pot recipes, make sure to subscribe to my channel. You can find the link on how to do that below. Also, we have an awesome Facebook community that is called 365 Days of Instant Pot Recipes. Go ahead and click on the link below to join that group and get lots of good ideas of things that you can make in the Instant Pot this week. So let's get cooking. So the first thing I did was added 1.5 pounds of chicken breast into the bottom of my Instant Pot. It's about 2 chicken breast halves. It looks like that. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add in some chicken broth. Onion. I like to dice mine pretty fine because I don't like the big chunks of onion. Now I'm gonna add in a can of Rotel. I like to use the mild because I'm wimpy when it comes to spice. Then I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of ranch seasoning. This is almost, if you buy it in the packets, it's almost 1 whole packet full. This just gives it tons and tons of flavor. Then we're gonna add in 1/2 teaspoon of garlic salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika. Now, at this point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually be cooking the chicken in the bottom of the pot, and then I'm gonna add a pan on top of the chicken and cook the spaghetti at the same time. Is just grab a pan that will fit inside your Instant Pot. So this is 7 inches in diameter. You can find something like this on Amazon. I'll link to this particular one if you're interested in the notes below. But see how it just fits really nice right inside of there? So what we're gonna actually do is we're gonna fill this up with the spaghetti noodles and water. So for this recipe, I use 8 ounces of spaghetti. I like to measure my pasta out on my little digital scale. I'll link to my particular scale you can see right there below in the notes if you're interested. I'm gonna measure out 8 ounces of spaghetti. So that's about 1/2 a package. I like to go by the rule that 2 ounces of pasta per person is about right. So this recipe actually serves 4 people. In order for it to fit in the pan, you gotta break it in half. Okay, so that's 8 ounces of spaghetti right there. I added about 2 cups of water to the pan. It's just enough to cover the spaghetti. Then I like to cover it. This particular pan came with a lid, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the lid, but you can also use foil if you don't have a lid. I like to be able to use a sling. I made this out of you can see this is like a silicone baking mat, and I just cut it into thirds. And what I do is I just go ahead and lay the pan in the middle of the silicone mat, and then I go ahead and lower this down into the pot. It just makes it easier to get the pot out after it's done cooking. Before I do that though, I'm gonna just kind of spread out the stuff that's in the pot. I'm just gonna kind of move this chicken down so it's a little bit more even. Perfect. That way the pot will sit on top of the food inside evenly, and it won't like be tilted to one side or the other. So just go ahead and put that right into the pot. We're gonna go ahead and cover the pot. Make sure the valve is set to sealing, and then I'm gonna set the manual button right here, manual, and I'm gonna go ahead and set it to 10 minutes. At that point, you're gonna hear the Instant Pot beep as soon as it kind of clicks over into the pressure building mode. Now you can go ahead and walk away and do whatever you need to do, clean up the dishes, go fold some laundry while this is cooking. We're gonna come back to this in just a few minutes when it's done. All right, so once your pot has counted down from the 10 minutes, it's gonna start counting up. And that just means it's switched over to the warm setting and it's no longer pressure cooking, but it's just the pressure's still in there. It hasn't released yet. So that's why mine says L011. So it's been in there for 11 minutes after the timer has beeped. I'm gonna go ahead and release any remaining pressure. The way that I'm gonna do that is just move this to venting. And there's just a little bit of pressure still in there. All right, once the pressure is totally released, we're gonna move the lid off. And then I'm gonna just make sure you have some sort of gloves so you don't burn your fingers, but I'm gonna take this silicone baking mat and kind of lift the pan out using this as a sling. See how nicely that works? I'm gonna go ahead and set this to the side so I'll be able to drain off my water from the spaghetti. I'm gonna use my colander and just drain off my spaghetti. All right, there's my spaghetti. And now I have my chicken and the Rotel and everything in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and just shred up my chicken. I'm just gonna use tongs to kind of place the chicken on a cutting board or some sort of pan or something where you can easily shred it. Before I do that though, I'm gonna go ahead and add in a half of a block of cream cheese, so 4 ounces of cream cheese into this hot liquid, and it will start melting as we shred up the chicken. I'm just gonna kind of stir that in. In fact, I'm gonna turn on my Instant Pot to the saute setting right here so that it kind of can heat up and melt that cream cheese. While that's melting, I'm gonna go ahead and shred up my chicken. I'm gonna use these like claw type things. I got these on Amazon for I think $6. I'll link to them below if you're interested in buying them. But they just kind of help you shred up meat really easy. Okay, once your chicken is all shredded up, go ahead and add in the spaghetti into the pot. Give it a quick stir. Your cream cheese should be almost getting really melty by now. You can kind of just stir that spaghetti in. The cream cheese gets all melty. Once the cream cheese is melted, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the chicken. Finally, we're gonna add in our last ingredients. A couple cups of grated cheddar cheese. I like to use medium or sharp because it gives it so much flavor. I also like to grate my own cheese because then it doesn't clump up and get all weird. Oh, it is so creamy and delicious looking. You're really gonna love this chicken spaghetti, I know it. So once the cheese is melted, you can go ahead and scoop this onto plates or into serving bowls and pasta bowls, and you can enjoy.
Thanks for cooking with me today. Make sure to subscribe below so that you can get all my new Instant Pot recipes. And don't forget to join our 365 Days of Instant Pot Recipes Facebook group. You can get answers to lots of questions if you're new to the Instant Pot, and you can share all the great recipes that you've been trying at your house. We have a great community. We'd love to see you there.